Hello, I'm Christopher Ryan, admissions advisor at Stony Brook University, and I'm joined by my peer for the Higher Education 540 Symposium. Krista DiMeglio is going to be running the technical aspects of this event. And today we're going to be talking about Stony Brook University's student success initiatives. It really is a multidimensional approach, and we're going to focus in on how Stony Brook University institutionalizes student success through data, personnel investment, and of course, the strategic initiatives on campus. First, a quick overview of Stony Brook University. We are an R1 research institution, a member of the Association of American Universities. We have more than 2,000 labs on campus and about 17,800 students. So with nearly a $200 million research budget, we focus on co-curricular learning as well as experiential learning. We have what's called an EXP Plus credit built into the curriculum. And here, this is where students have to do either an internship, study abroad, or research. And many are doing more than that. And so it really does take a village to prepare students for their next steps, whether that be employment afterward or another degree. So we're going to jump now to student success initiatives. The first year seminar, of course, is critical. I believe about 80% or so of four-year institutions and then 62% or so of two-year institutions run some kind of first year seminar course. This is really going to be an introduction to the university, what's available and what kind of opportunities, and how to navigate the campus environment and really connect to that academic community. Next, we're going to talk about the Finish in 4 initiative. We have about a 96% success rate here in combination with mini grants. And we really want to help students track their undergraduate tenure at Stony Brook. And so we have early alert systems to see if students are, maybe falling behind in terms of their GPA, and how can we provide the support necessary in order for students to continually challenge themselves. We use an evaluation of risk assessment through various decision tree models. And this is where we're going to have different segmentation, such as male and female demographics, what kind of financial aid support is involved. And then we'll also get into the Plan, Do, Study, Act cycle for learning and improvement, which we have a slide dedicated to later. Thereafter, we'll get into some broad-based academic success teams. And so we gave a bit of an overview of the first year seminar already, just rounding out some of these ideas. Academic advisement is critical. We have the Central Academic Advisement and Transfer Services Center on campus. And then students are also going to connect with faculty through their major advisor. And all the research literature shows that faculty-student connections are critical to persistence as well as student success. The other big piece there being the social connections on campus. Now, we discussed the information about campus resources, the group discussions, facilitating that social interaction and really connecting with the academic environment is crucial, as well as a collaborative learning process. And we want to create structure and support in the learning environment. And in speaking with Rick Gateau, the Dean of Students, as well as the VP of Student Affairs, that structure is critical, and that's where students are finding the most success, when students offer some kind of structured experience. Now, looking at the Finish in 4 initiative, this program is designed to help students complete their degree in 4 years. On the right-hand side of your screen, you can see a little bit of the data that has come from this program and the initiatives over the last fall entry. We have advisors who are dedicated to students in the 3rd going into the 4th year for improved retention, as well as the 2nd year and on-time graduation results posted. And so in addition to the general advisors and the retention advisors, there are going to be class advisors. We talked about the mini grants that are available, and this is really focusing in on the financial difficulties that students may have in their persistence toward a degree. And then the predictive analytics funneling into the student mobile app, making sure students are aware of maybe certain barriers or things that need to be accomplished, keeping them on pace for that graduation rate. Getting into the decision tree modeling for risk assessment, this is especially important in the first year because, as the research literature shows, students need to find out earlier rather than later in terms of their academic struggles and how to support them and overcome them. And so there's three different periods in which we review. So they're prior to entry, 3 weeks after entry, and then 6 weeks after the start of the term. Now, this gives students an ability to either shift out of a course or withdraw if necessary, changing courses, et cetera. And then given the lowest GPAs in those ranges, we want to provide additional support by providing their IDs to academic advisement, the head of the EOP office, as well as the undergraduate colleges. Onto the Plan, Do, Study, Act cycle. What's really great about this is that it offers incremental change and then a continuous assessment process and feedback. And so the chart that we have on the right-hand side of the screen will detail what the PDSA cycle is. And so we really want to begin by planning, building dialogue through the advisement process, setting goals, what are the objectives, and then creating a plan and structure moving forward with that. Carrying it out, of course, studying, dedicating, putting in the time, determining what your motivations are, and then acting on these changes and seeing how we can upcycle in order to create positive outcomes in that student success planning. And then lastly, the broad-based academic success. I mentioned before that it does take an entire institution, and that structure that Rick Gatteau was speaking to really speaks to how student success is institutionalized. So, traditionally they happen in areas such as academic advising, but there are so many other places, especially, things like institutional research that can aid in facilitating strategic initiatives such as Finish in 4. And so just a quick rundown of the list here, some of the key pieces, and this is a 360-degree view of policies and procedures that are in place. We have the Vice Provost of Undergraduate Education, advising Bursar Career Center, the Dean's offices, enrollment management, finance, financial aid, IT, institutional research, orientation, registrar, special programs, student affairs, and undergraduate colleges. So we want to take a formative approach to this rather than a summative approach in the assessment and say, where are our starting points? How is the performance improved? And what can we change in the process? And personnel from all different parts of the university are really coming to aid student success. Thank you for joining us today. Here is a list of our references if you're interested in checking out more specific information on these initiatives. We'll catch you in the next session. Thank you.